Welcome to the Spa Pool Marketing Success Podcast, where you'll learn proven strategies to help you outsmart, outmarket, and outperform your competitors. Every episode is jam-packed with tips, tools, and tactics designed to drive more traffic, generate more leads, and increase sales. Now, here's your host, David Carleton.
Today's podcast is going to be about 3 things you should never do on your website and 5 must-haves for business owners. Let's start off with the never-dos. Number 1, never send traffic away from your website. Generally speaking, you never want to send visitors away from your website. You've spent a lot of time, money, and resources to attract website visitors. The last thing you want to do is send them away, as they may never come back. An important exception is when asking visitors to leave a review on websites like Google or Facebook. How does a website inadvertently send visitors away? Well, some provide links to partner websites or off-site resources like credit applications or vendor sites. Before deciding to add an external link, ask yourself how important these off-site links are and how they help you grow your business. Here are 2 ways to provide your visitors access to external information without sending them away from your website. Number 1 is have a clickable link open a new page, keeping the original page live and visible in the browser. This way, when your visitors exit the linked page, your original website's page is still there. And number 2 is include the information in an iframe. This way, the contents of one website appear as a page right within your own website. Ask your webmaster if this is an option for your website. Never do number 2. Never use splash pages or welcome to our website or click here to enter. You only get so many clicks out of a prospect when they come to your site. Don't waste them on splash pages that say, welcome to our website or click here to enter. Number 3, never add a newsletter sign-up form if you don't publish anything. It frustrates consumers. People generally aren't looking to get more newsletters in their inbox. However, if you do offer this option, then by all means send out a newsletter. If someone takes the time to opt in, it means they really do want to hear from you. Now it's time to talk about website-related must-haves for business owners. Number 1 is know who owns your domain name, your website URL, your website address. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken to dealers that don't know who owns their domain name, where it is registered, when it expires, or how or where to log in to find all this information. Remember this, whoever owns the registration to your domain name ultimately controls your website. If someone other than yourself owns your domain and that person gets mad at you, they can easily shut down your entire website. You need to own your domain name. This is non-negotiable. So check out who owns yours and make sure you have access to it. So how do you know who owns your domain name? Type this into your browser, www.who.godaddy.com. Once you get there, type in your domain name into the space provided and click enter. The results will give you all the information you need to know about who owns your domain name, when it expires, and where your website is hosted. Number 2, obtain admin level access to your website, hosting, and registrar. You need to have the highest level access to your website and hosting service, even if someone else manages all this for you. This ensures that no one can ever lock you out of your own website and hosting. You should also have complete control over your domain registration, your domain registrar. Examples of domain registrars are sites like GoDaddy or Network Solutions. There are many others, so be sure you know yours. Number 3, make sure Google Analytics is enabled on your website. You can't improve what you can't measure. Google Analytics is free software that you can easily add to your website to give you detailed information about how much traffic comes to your site, how long visitors stay, and what pages they click on. I'll be having a future podcast on Google Analytics, which will go into much more detail. But for now, be sure you have it on your site and you have full admin access. Number 4, set up Google Search Console. Google Search Console provides an even more detailed look at your website stats than Google Analytics and is a free service provided by Google. I'll be going into more detail on Search Console in a future podcast. Number 5, prioritize site security. Websites built using WordPress, Drupal, and other common platforms usually have free or inexpensive software programs called plugins that you can add to your website to enhance security. Plugins like WordFence, iThemes, Security Pro, and many others help minimize or slow down hackers or bots that are trying to get access to your site. I suggest you speak with your webmaster about adding website security ASAP. Now that I've gone through some website must-haves and never-dos, I want to leave you with 10 quick reasons why you may need a website makeover. Number 1, your site was built more than 5 years ago. Number 2, your overall design is old and outdated. Number 3, your competitor's site looks much better than yours. Number 4, you always make excuses why your website looks so bad. Number 5, you're missing calls to action for the entire sales funnel. Number 6, you can't add content without going to your webmaster. Number 7, your site has no blogs or no social media links. Number 8, your site is not mobile friendly. Number 9, your site was built by a web or IT person that knows nothing about SEO or lead generation. Number 10, you have no way to convert visitors into leads other than join my newsletter. That concludes today's podcast. Have questions, need additional information? Feel free to call me anytime. Like what you've heard? I'd love to get your feedback. I look forward to giving you even more helpful information on my next podcast.
That's it for this episode of the Spa Pool Marketing Success Podcast. Have questions? Need additional information? Or just want to talk about your business? Feel free to call us anytime. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to giving you even more helpful information on our next episode.